Today we'll talk about Gustav Klimt, an Austrian artist and one of the most prominent representatives of European Art Nouveau. His creative style, the multi-layered nature of his works, their ambiguity, and his unique, unusual style made him one of the most recognizable artists in the world. He was born in a suburb of Vienna in 1862. Besides Gustav, there were 6 other children in the family. All 3 sons of the artist Ernst Klimt followed in the footsteps of their father, who was their first teacher. They then continued their education at a school in Vienna. While still a student, Klimt painted theatre murals in various Austrian cities, and in 1885 he even worked on the design of the Burgtheater and the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. The early 1890s were very difficult and tragic for Klimt. His father and brother died in the same year. He grieved this loss greatly, which affected his artistic style and significantly changed it. However, during this same period, Klimt met Emilie Floge, a woman who, despite all his affairs and affairs with others, remained the artist's companion and most faithful friend until the end of his days. In 1894, Klimt was commissioned to decorate the Assembly Hall of the University of Vienna. The 3 paintings were to be devoted to medicine, philosophy, and jurisprudence. However, when the artist submitted the first of them, philosophy, it triggered a veritable avalanche of criticism and rejection, with the artist accused of misunderstanding the essence of philosophy, misinterpreting it, and of pornographic, vulgar works. The same fate befell the other 2 parts of the commission. From then on, most of Klimt's paintings challenged public opinion and provoked a strong reaction from the Austrian public. However, Gustav Klimt's fame and recognition came from the works he painted during his so-called golden period. This name arose from the artist's penchant for using real gold leaf, precious materials, and the predominance of this color in his works. The most famous paintings from this period, and perhaps of Klimt's entire oeuvre, are The Kiss and Golden Adele, the most recognizable of all the artist's creations, a portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer. In early 1918, Klimt suffered a stroke from which he never recovered, and he died in February of that year. His last words were, "Send for Emily." Best works Gustav Klimt's. In 1894, Klimt was commissioned to paint the Great Hall of the University of Vienna. Medicine, which depicts the Greek goddess of health, Hygeia. Music is one of Klimt's first works, which clearly shows his transition to symbolism and metaphor. Klimt's 1901 work depicts Judith holding the severed head of Holofernes. The 3 Ages of Woman, 1905, is one of Klimt's most thoughtful and symbolic works. From 1904 to 1907, Gustav Klimt worked on 2 unusual paintings with a similar plot, Water Serpent's Eye. Golden Adele, portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer. The artist worked on the commission for 4 years. The painting, The Kiss. It is believed that the models for The Kiss were Klimt himself and Emilie Floge, his lifelong companion.